Coming up on Syracuse Unpeeled.
Lil Dicky released an Earth Day song featuring nearly 30 celebrity vocals.
Academy members get access to a new platform that streams Best Picture nominations.
And we give you a behind-the-scenes look at Mayfest.
And the seniors and underclassmen say farewell in our senior send-off.
All that and more coming up on Syracuse Unpeeled. Welcome back to the last episode of Syracuse Unpeeled. This is a good thing, by the way. Of the semester, I'm Landon Wexler.
And I'm Rebecie.
New York Judge Alvin Hellerstein dropped the 17 charges against Harvey Weinstein, leaving only one: sex trafficking. Two women filed a lawsuit in 2017 claiming Weinstein assaulted and harassed them between 1993 and 2011.
Judge Hellerstein denied Weinstein's motion to dismiss a sex trafficking charge and received backlash for saying the alleged actions violate the Trafficking Victims Protection Act. Those in protest to the judge's charges say prostitution and sex trafficking is a much more drastic charge and there will not be enough to prove to continue with the trial.
The attorney representing the women, Elizabeth Fagan, said the judge ruled correctly and Weinstein should face the sex trafficking charges. She said, quote, "He used his power to deceive and manipulate women, knowing he intended to sexually abuse them. Regardless, the Weinstein trials will continue."
Definitely, most definitely. Unfortunately, we have some more sad news going on. As flowers bloom this spring, a few celebrity marriages are withering. This past week, Adele, Wendy Williams, and Anna Camp announced they are each getting a divorce. Wendy Williams announced her divorce from Kevin Hunter about 2 weeks ago. Williams stayed married to her husband for over 20 years, and the couple has a 19-year-old son. The Williamses has been in the spotlight all year, and she wants to prioritize her health and well-being to keep her life moving in a positive direction.
A few days after Williams filed for divorce, Adele and Camp both announced they will be splitting as well. Adele and Simon Konecki were together for 7 years and have a 6-year-old son. Things get interesting here, though, because the couple never signed a prenup, so Konecki could be eligible to acquire half of Adele's $185 million fortune the same day. Pitch Perfect's Anna Camp filed for divorce from co-star Skylar Astin after about 4 years together to what they call unreconcilable differences.
Yeah.
Pretty unfortunate to see.
It's really unfortunate, but one thing that I think is really positive that comes out of this is that Adele and her partner have separated, that they talked about, which is a statement from her rep that read aloud. They are committed to raising their son together lovingly. As always, they ask for privacy. There will be no further comment. So I'm glad at least that they're saying that we're going to raise our son together. We're still going to be both in his lives, and I think that's really important, especially when you're trying to settle your differences.
Exactly. The kid is definitely important to keep in mind. And also on the Wendy Williams side, though, she split from her husband, and he's saying that he still really loves her, and that's good. That's a good quality to have, because you don't want a nasty divorce. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, exactly. So, Britney Spears is addressing rumors that her family and team trapped her in a wellness center against her will. Fans began the hashtag #FreeBritney, and some have gone as far as sending death threats to members of her family. Many fans believe her father, Jamie Spears, is to blame.
Jamie Spears became her sole managing conservator since her attorney of 10 years. Andrew Wallet resigned in March. Britney said she originally checked herself into a wellness center earlier this month to cope with her father's declining health. She announced an indefinite hiatus from music in January to be with her father as he fights a colon condition. Britney took to Instagram to address the rumors and to reassure her fans.
People are concerned about me. All is well. My family has been going through a lot of stress and anxiety lately, so I just needed time to deal. But don't worry, I'll be back very soon.
So, yeah, Britney says that all these rumors have really gotten out of control, that no one's holding her against her will, and that she just really asked for a lot of privacy.
This poor girl, she goes through this has been years in the making. It's upsetting to see that her mental health still hasn't really gotten much better. But celebrities like Miley Cyrus and Hailey Kiyoko express their messages of keeping her in mind and supporting her, which is always good, which is with mental health, you need people around. You need people to be around hold you up when you're feeling down.
Yeah,
type of thing,
exactly.
You know?
She even shared a video today saying that she's lost 5 pounds while undergoing her new wellness treatment. And it was a video of her working out, so it shows that she's taking positive steps to try and, like, tackle her mental illness, which is also, like, very physical, making sure you're taking care of your physical self.
Absolutely. She seems like a lot better than what she was in, like, 10 years ago or so,
Yeah.
you know? So we're
And in the wake of all of these celebrity breakups, the Jonas Brothers reunion will help get me through it. In fact, the Jonas Brothers are just announced the release of their first album in almost 10 years.
The Jo Bros will release the album Happiness Begins on June 7th. In addition to the announcement, the brothers explained in a Twitter video what happiness means to them.
We've worked so incredibly hard on this.
Making sure that we brought you all the joy and happiness you bring us every day. So thank you. Can't wait for you to hear.
Okay, so all this started when Sucker was released, and I don't know if you've seen that video, but like it's iconic.
I have not, but I'm still a sucker for the
It's
song.
all of their wives like are starring their opposite, which is incredible. Like all of their wives in real life, which is so exciting. I loved it. It was iconic. Priyanka Chopra, I love her, and Sansa from Game of Thrones, and Kevin's wife, who's actually, fun fact, she is like my friend's cousin.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Get in touch with her. Bring her on the show.
Yeah.
Why haven't we done that yet?
Yeah.
Now, it's crazy because the last time these guys released an album, we had this Barack Obama was just being elected into office. We also had Kanye West jumping on stage and making one heck of a name for himself after that.
What a throwback.
Absolutely throwback. Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, and almost 30 other celebrities joined forces in Lil Dicky's new song, Earth.
Find out how Lil Dicky turned comedy into activism as we celebrate Earth Day next on Syracuse Unpeeled.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Maybe he's really focused.
Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Welcome back, Unpeelers! Earth Day was this Monday, and Syracuse was celebrating Mother Nature with a bunch of fun activities that are all about saving the planet. Earth Day was first celebrated in 1970 to promote environmental conservation. Syracuse Unpeeled City Events reporter Natalie Fahmy is here to share how Syracuse celebrated the Earth this week.
Welcome, Natalie.
Thank you for having me.
That's an absolute pleasure. Now, we're talking a little bit about Earth Day. There have to be some events going on in Syracuse, right? When are they going on?
Okay, so Earth Day events actually officially started on April 1st, and they're officially going to end on April 30th. The first event that's lasting the duration of April is actually a run. The goal is to run the distance of the equator, about 25,000 miles.
Wow.
They're looking for 415 participants, consistent participants at least, to run, jog, or walk at least 2 miles a day and log them virtually, so that way they can keep track of how much they're running. But aside from this, there are a lot of other events going on this week, starting on Wednesday today, earlier this afternoon, and ending on Sunday.
Wow, that's so awesome. I can barely run 1 mile, so that sounds fantastic.
Right.
So what events have already happened?
So earlier this afternoon at SUNY ESF, there was an event called Drive Electric Earth Day, where about 12 people who own electric cars gathered in the ESF quad. They displayed their electric cars, talked about the cost benefits, and of course the clean air benefits of their cars.
And we can always count on ESF for a good Earth Day celebration,
Definitely.
right? God, that should be in the title. Now, are there events still going on the rest of this week?
Of course. So if you haven't already gotten involved, there's still ways to do so. This Saturday and Sunday, there are Earth Day cleanups, so you can go register online. It's completely free. You just have to RSVP because there will be refreshments. So the event planners want to know about how many people are going to be there. You're going to be cleaning up multiple places around Syracuse, and then and when you arrive, you just start cleaning. They'll provide bags and gloves for you.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. And just really quickly, are there any events to unwind a little bit?
Yes, on Sunday there is Earth Fest, which is a sustainable music and art festival to promote sustainable living.
Oh, I love that so much. That's so awesome.
It's pretty exciting stuff, to say the least. I think it's basically Earth Month at this point,
Yeah.
you know? So in a groundbreaking music video, about 30 different singers came together in Lil Dicky's new song, Earth. Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, and Miley Cyrus are just a few of the artists featured on the comedic rapper's latest hit. Dicky released the song just days before Earth Day. After last year's hit, song Freaky Friday, Syracuse Unpeeled music reporter Liam Crowley is here to talk about how entertainment and the environment can be brought together to make a difference.
Thanks so much, Landon. Satirical rapper Lil Dicky has made sporadic splashes in the hip-hop world, with last year's video for Freaky Friday generating nearly 500 million views. This year, Dicky returned with an animated music video for his new single, Earth. The star-studded love letter to our planet features lyrical cameos from Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, Adam Levine, Shawn Mendes, Bad Bunny, John Legend, just to name a few. The A-list cast brings new life into the song and sparks the attention of each artist's individual fan bases. But why bring all this talent together for a couple bars? It's actually pretty simple. Our planet is dying and we need to take action. The video begins in the real world with flashes of exhaust, sound bites about wildfires, and overall environmental carelessness. The video shifts from live action to animation, highlighting the beauty of our ecosystem with Dicky's trademark comedic flavor. After the laughs, Dicky gets serious.
But these days it's like we don't know how to act. All these shootings, pollution, we under attack on ourselves.
Still not convinced about Dicky's message? Leonardo DiCaprio makes an animated and vocal cameo towards the end of the video. DiCaprio praises the song, saying it might be his favorite song ever. It's awesome. This guy is so committed to being an environmentalist that when he finally won that Oscar after being snubbed for decades, he dedicated his acceptance speech to raising awareness for climate change. Over the course of 20 years, DiCaprio's Environmental Foundation has raised over $100 million, and more funds are on the way. Dicky has promised all proceeds from the song will be donated to environmental efforts. So how can you help? Go to Dicky's website, welovetheearth.org, to learn about how you can reduce your carbon footprint and what other steps you can take to help save the environment. Scientists are saying we only have 12 years left to turn this environmental crisis around. So what do you say? Let's save the world.
Heck yeah, Liam, thank you so much. Sometimes it just takes Leonardo DiCaprio to bring everyone together, you know?
Definitely, yeah.
Heck yeah. Coachella may be over, but the trends from the festival are here to stay.
Find out easy ways to incorporate Coachella fashion into your Mayfest look, next on Syracuse Unpeeled.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. This is a serious problem, but one we can solve. Visit feedingamerica.org to help. Together we can solve hunger. Together we're feeding America.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham-bam minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high-five.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back, Unpeelers. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences introduced a streaming service available for members to watch potential Oscar-nominated films. Film distributors can make their Best Picture-nominated hopefuls available for members to watch on the platform in hopes to win voters over. Syracuse Unpeeled film reporter Patrick Gunn is here to discuss how streaming services could change and how they could be impacted and impact Academy voting. What's happening, Pat?
Yeah.
Doing okay. How you guys doing?
Good, thank you. Okay, so just to get started, how does this streaming service work?
Well, essentially, it's replacing the DVD streamers that were DVDs that voters were sent to their houses in the recent memory. The studios are going to be able to send each films that are contenders for Best Picture for about $10,000 to $15,000. And so, sorry guys, you're not going to be able to use this service just about yet, but the voters can use it.
Darn.
Dang it.
I'm upset by that. My gosh.
I wish that I could get in on this. I got to become a member now.
Absolutely. Yeah, right. Now, the Academy has had an interesting transition, modernizing to a more technologically advanced world. What are they making the switch? Why?
Well, the world is dominated by screens right now, and the Academy's finally noticing. They actually gave a quote to the Hollywood Reporter recently where they said essentially that the Academy encourages the theatrical experience for all films, but they're just exploring options to make sure that people can see these movies when it's tough to get them in theaters.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So how does this help films get nominated?
Well, it's going to be able, the voters hopefully will actually see the movies, because a big issue is that voters just don't see every movie that comes out. So for smaller movies especially, now it gives them more of a reason, because they don't have to, they can be on set or just waiting in their hotel room. They can just go and watch it on their computer.
Awesome. Well, this is so great. So moving on, some Academy members will be streaming movies, but music lovers everywhere were able to stream Coachella on YouTube. Those who are streaming the concerts may have missed out on all the looks celebrities rocked at the festival, but don't worry, we got you covered. Syracuse Unpeeled fashion reporter Olivia Tamino is here to break down this year's Coachella fashion. Welcome, Olivia. So tell me.
There's a lot going on for sure. Always with Coachella, there's definitely going to be a lot.
Absolutely. Now, if you describe Coachella, of course there's a lot of Coachella to describe, but fashion-wise, how would you describe it?
I would say that it was minimal and colorful. Colorful because we saw the neon that we were expecting. I feel like I've been talking about that forever. Neon is so in right now, so that was definitely expected. And then minimal because the barely there trend was definitely on show at Coachella. I guess with the heat, with everything going on, people just wanted to wear as minimal clothing as they could, so they definitely did that.
Okay, so hot take, who do you think was the best dressed at Coachella?
That's definitely tough, but I actually really loved Winnie Harlow's look. She wore something super simple, a neon bikini, and then she wore a neon mesh dress over it and actually took the top off and then tied the sleeves around her waist and made it a skirt. So I thought that was really creative, and she had neon pink hair to go with it. So I thought it was perfect, on trend, and just really simple and fun.
So fire. I love that.
Absolutely. Now, these trends can obviously be out there. Of course, it's Coachella. Now everyone's taking fashion risks and things like that. You know what I mean? So how can viewers incorporate some of the Coachella looks into Mayfest?
Yeah, so I can agree. It's definitely going to be tough sometimes with some of the Coachella looks, but they actually had a lot of streetwear there this year. I definitely think the Coachella looks are kind of taming down. They're moving away from that boho style. And if you stick with anything neon, you stick with simple streetwear, I think you're going to be perfect for Mayfest.
What is boho? What the heck is boho?
You know, like the hippie kind of vibe.
Hipster style.
Bohemian.
Yes.
Yeah. You got it. You're on the right track. You're almost there. Maybe you can incorporate some this Mayfest.
Grandpa Landon will figure it out.
Okay, so what was the craziest, most out there look that you saw at Coachella?
A group of guys dressed as Oompa Loompas.
I love that.
But they went like full out. They were orange. They had the green hair. I'm not sure why, but that was definitely the weirdest thing
Understood.
at Coachella.
Seems like there's a lot to look forward to. Are you going to be dressing as an Oompa Loompa?
Definitely not as an Oompa Loompa, but I'm looking for some Coachella friends to bring it, you know, see what they can like show me.
Heck
my
yeah.
Cali
I will
friends.
see you there. We're going to dress up just like that. This season of Syracuse Unpeeled is drawing to a close, and it has been one for the books.
Find out what the seniors' top moments were from this year, next on Syracuse Unpeeled. Welcome back, Unpeelers. Mayfest is just around the corner, and while you may be overwhelmed with trying to find the perfect outfit, the people who set up the event are under even more pressure. To find out what it takes to prepare such a big event, Syracuse Unpeeled campus events reporter Carrie McKennany just got a preview of this year's Mayfest.
I had 30 emails just going into today. Oh, I lied. I have 5 emails.
Getting 30 or 5 emails is not at the top of the list for members of University Union. But putting the final touches on Mayfest is. While you may have been wondering all this week about what outfit you're going to wear, the vice president of UU has been thinking about this year's festival a bit longer.
A lot of the internal school things, so getting together food services, SCPS, public safety, etc., happens around a year out, just so people can start preparing for that day.
But it's not 100% up to her who performs. It's the students.
All of our artists, all of the people that we look at, genres we look at, all come from student feedback because we want to bring who students want to see, so who better to tell us that than the students?
We have to break down our budget and make sure that we have enough money for a headliner and then 2 following acts for direct support and opener. So when we decide on an artist, we'll go after them and hopefully confirm, send out an offer. We draft the offer ourselves and then our advisor sends it out on our behalf. And then we'll either confirm or deny or go into negotiations with adjusting money.
For students who might not be a huge fan of the performers who are taking the stage.
Mayfest is for all of the students, but we understand that not everyone is into music necessarily, so we hope that everyone finds something that they'll enjoy to do at Mayfest, whether it's attending the concert or participating in our activations, taking photos at our photo opportunities like the Mayfest letters and the Mayfest canvas. We want students to be able to interact and have a fun day.
Reporting in Syracuse for Unpeeled, I'm Carrie McEnany.
Mayfest is one of the last major events on campus and marks another end to another pretty grueling school year, but something to celebrate. Something else to celebrate, this past year Unpeeled has grown leaps and bounds, and all you loyal Unpeelers at home can probably tell. Nothing we've accomplished could have been done without the dedication and talent from all our seniors at Syracuse Unpeeled. We've asked each one of our seniors to share their favorite moment from this past season. Sarah, I know it may have been hard just to pick one, but what was your favorite moment from this past season?
Okay, well, it's definitely really hard. I've loved being a host on Unpeeled, and to be honest, every moment here is my favorite.
Okay, all right.
I'm serious, but one of the highlights of this semester for me was the Broadway show-themed Name That Tune. It was a combination of my 2 favorite things, Broadway musicals and a cappella groups.
Well, look at us go.
It was also, with Landon, one of my all-time favorite co-hosts.
Oh my gosh, you have another favorite? No?
No, it's just you.
Oh,
and I'll definitely miss our dynamic duo, but it was definitely some of my favorite moments.
Good stuff, Sarah. Absolutely good stuff. Our senior producer, Rebecie, came from a news background when she joined the show, and watching her have fun with Unpeeled has been a true joy. Her extensive knowledge of TV production really showed when we needed to figure out technical aspects to all the games we played. Clearly you saw that us dancing. Maybe there were some technicalities behind that. Maddie, what was your favorite moment from this past semester?
Thanks, Landon and Sarah. Yeah, my favorite memory was when we had the basketball game after the NBA All-Star Weekend Tournament. That show was awesome. I loved the creativity we had, especially making Liam Crowley the hoop. That makes me laugh every single time I think of it. Behind the scenes, it was a difficult segment to produce and figure out how we could show the hosts shooting the baskets. See, there you can see Liam right there. Shooting the baskets and if the paper balls went in or not. I think we did a really great job showing that with the double box, and it was very entertaining to watch. Megan crushed Chris and hit Liam a few times. Guys, back to you.
Incredible.
Our technical director, Taylor Lang, has always stepped up to any challenge we have thrown at her way. From games with double screens to live shots, Taylor has always walked into the control room with a smile on her face, ready to, go. So Taylor, what was your favorite moment this season?
Yeah, thanks, guys. My favorite part of the show this semester was definitely when Otto came into the studio. It was so much fun to see Otto dance around with everyone on and off air. He was a total distraction, but it was so much fun. Plus, who didn't laugh at that game of charades? The host definitely got more answers than I did while in the control room.
This past year of Unpeeled has been filled with high points, but longtime Unpeeled fans may remember when Unpeeled had a completely different format.
Entirely different. Now we sit down with the executive producer of the show to talk about the inner workings of Syracuse Unpeeled 2.0. Next on Syracuse Unpeeled 2.0.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb.
But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Wait, why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where do cats go on vacation? New York.
Welcome back, Unpeelers. Some of you may remember Syracuse Unpeeled last year when there were panelists instead of specialized reporters. Over the summer, our executive producer, Jess Maggio, gave the show a complete makeover, and Unpeeled came back stronger than ever. It's been amazing. And now, a little bit of behind the scenes of the show over the past year, but I want to hear what Jess and Sarah have to say about the evolution of Syracuse Unpeeled. Tell me, ladies, this thing has grown into greatness. It's blossomed into phenomenal stuff. Tell me, what's happened?
Well, I used to be a panelist, so there used to be 4 of us sitting here, and we would all just kind of like talk about different topics. Jess literally took the floor and like revamped the whole thing. We have like live shots, we have games going on. It's really she's brought so much life to the show, and it's really beautiful to see being on here. It's completely different formatted. We went through such a rough patch at the beginning of this year, but Jess was like all hands on deck, kept the glue together, kept us all together, and it's just been so incredible to see the growth, and something I'm really proud of, that now I'm a host and I get to be a part of such a special show.
Now, Jess, you've gone through insane nights. You've spent so many hours at this TV station, maybe crying a few times.
A few,
12, dozens, hundreds. We'll leave it at that. But tell me a little bit about your adventure getting here and how it's paid off and what you think of the show now.
Yeah, I mean, it's really crazy that this is my last episode. Like, I started doing this my second week of my freshman year. I have like video of me when my first episode. I also have like video from when I first started EPing, which was crazy, and that was the beginning of my junior year. And so I came back for my semester in LA, and I had to completely redo the show. So that's been really tough, but it's been really rewarding and fun. And I mean, I couldn't do it without you guys and all the other hosts and everyone in this room. And I'm getting a little emotional now, but it's okay.
You can't get emotional otherwise. I will get emotional, and no one wants that.
And there was just a whole tape going on right on the monitor where we saw Alex O'Toole and the days with her and different reporters. What has it been like seeing hosts like Alex O'Toole, where she's doing big things with Insider and all that, and other, like Sean Onwalu, that guy's a stud, and you've seen him grow from a little studlet to a stud, you know? How has it been seeing everyone grow?
Well, that's really crazy because I'm, of the people that started with me my freshman year, I'm the only one left because Sean graduated and then people were abroad. Nick Guru, who used to be our technical director, he has his capstone. He has his advertising capstone on Wednesday nights, so he could not do this. Yeah, I know. Fake fan. But yeah, it's just been crazy to see like everyone come in and come out, and just like everyone has such new ideas, and that's what makes the show and what has made the show so good and has made it grow so much. And I'm just a real proud mom.
Yeah, you are truly the mom of this show. Yeah. And it's been, as one of your, I call myself one of your children. I think it's been something, I started with being a reporter on your panel, and now to see it where we are right now, truly this place could not be anywhere near what it is right now.
Thank
you. You are the greatest. And it's been an amazing time hosting with you, Sarah. Now,
that's all the time we have for this season. And for the last time, I'm Sarah Rebetje.
And I'm Landon Wexler. I want to wish all the seniors good luck and have a great summer. I'll see you next fall. Jess, say bye to the camera.
Bye, guys.